laughs, bits, tangents. Matt and Mike, virginal fans, began watching One Piece and everything the show had to offer, and their nonsense ideas drove them to create their podcast.
Raw dog the flan.
Small lips, big hips, poopy butt, Donflamingo. Fucking love Chicky Cheetah. I want smoker in my mouth.
These words lured listeners to their grand show in what's now known as the Fun Piece Podcast.
Yayo, 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 ho ho, set sail for Fun Piece. It's the name of the podcast with Matt and Mike. Yayo, yayo, set sail for Fun Piece.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Fun Piece Podcast. My name is Matt. And that's it. My name is Matt. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Fun Piece Podcast. This is a very special episode. It is, of course, this is our happy 3-year Funiversary. So very exciting. Mike and I have been doing this podcast for 3 years. So freaking pumped. So fucking excited to have been on this One Piece journey and to continue on this One Piece journey together. Mike and I together, except for today. Today, everyone, you get a lone solo episode from Matt. Has it ever happened before? No. Will it ever happen again? It's up to you all. If the popularity of this episode skyrockets, and it's higher than the solo episode that Mike did by himself, where he literally just recapped One Piece for 45 minutes, I think. It was pretty great, though. I loved it. I liked it. Yeah, Mike is having a well-deserved vacation across on the other side of the country from where we normally are living, and he deserves that greatly. So, but we have a podcast that we release on a weekly basis, despite what Spotify may or may not want from us. But we appreciate you all continuing to listen. If this is your first episode, what a way to start. It is a One Piece podcast. Mike and I are watching One Piece, the anime, for the very first time. And we've been doing it for 3 years as of, I think, let me look at the calendar. This is coming out on Tuesday, the 19th of 2025, our year of our Savior Buggy. I think it will be like 3 days off from that we will have been releasing since our first episode, which is very exciting. Our very first episode, I went back and I listened recently, and it starts with us cracking a cold beverage. So I'm gonna crack one myself now to maybe give myself a little less anxiety about this whole solo podcast today. So I'm gonna take a sip of that. Wild Tropic, passion fruit and dragon fruit cider. Very interesting. Hi, everyone. This is Matt, your good pal, Matt. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to have you all as listeners. 3 years. Wow. And there's so many of you, despite what the analytics may say, because all the things. If you're not familiar, this is your first time, of course. We've been having some issues, and we're working on resolving where the RSS feed is living. And we should be back on Spotify soon. The hype is real. We're excited. You're excited. We're all excited. It probably won't be by the time this episode comes out, but soon. Very soon. But yeah, we'll see how long today's episode goes. It might go 45 minutes. It might go longer. It might go shorter. I don't know. We'll see where my anxiety takes us, because I might just get more and more anxious as the episode goes on. And I don't know if that will be more exciting for you all as listeners, or just really heighten your anxiety from that. But I hope you take this journey with me, because I am taking the journey myself right now. And boy, I'm sweating already, everybody. Mike, as I said, he took a journey He did, like, right before he said he had to leave to go on vacation. There was a whole thing where I accidentally might have said Donflamingo 3 times. And when that happened, of course, the usual, his body got taken over and he, like, went running out of the room with, like, a trail of pissed pants. I felt really bad, but I figured he would be in a better place. So hopefully he returns dry. And he returns back here to the 1,000 funny. TM. Sorry, Stormwerfer. It's our trademark now. You can have a little credit, though. Thank you. Anyway, so I got some stuff to do today, which is talking to you all. So it's not just me going to be rambling for 45 minutes to an hour. I've got some stuff I've got planned for today, which should be very exciting. I don't normally on the podcast, I don't give a breakdown or like an order of operations or a list of the day's agenda, but it might be exciting for you all as listeners, so you're not just wondering what the fuck is about to happen as this guy continues to ramble. So today, I'm going to say hello. Check. Nailed it. Then I'm going to spend a few minutes reminiscing. We're almost there. After that, I'm going to check in with you all. It's a 3-year anniversary episode. It's a filler episode, but I'm treating it as like Matt's personal funaglyph. So it's sort of a check-in for me with One Piece and also a check-in usually at our funaglyphs. I think our last big funaglyph, well, we had a funaglyph after Fishman Island. Which was great. It was Mike, myself, and King. Shout out King. And so we updated the villain tier list. So we're going to do that. That will be the 4th thing on the list. But the 3rd thing we're going to do, which we did at the previous first final funaglyph, which was like the pre-time skip funaglyph, is we checked in about our top 15 One Piece characters. Why we chose 15, I don't remember, but I was going to check in, give you I'll check in about that because things have changed. There's definitely some recency bias with our boy Barto, our little boy Barto, and his reflection powers and how good he is, and his big piss. And so and just like characters settling into the psyche, into the warmth of your body, and you're like, oh yeah, this feels right. So definitely gotta check in about that. We'll do the villain tier list, and then after that, a few of you have been sending in transponder snails. I sent a message out in the Discord, and Patreon, and some folks have been responding with some messages, very kind messages, and there's some transponder snails, so I'm going to respond to those, and that'll be our adventure today. That's the whole agenda. I hope you all enjoy me breaking down everything I'm going to talk about today. I feel like that's a weird way to podcast because usually it's just chaos or it's an implied structure. But again, the solo podcasting and having to continually talk straight, it's something. I guess I'm kind of used to it. I do teach at a community college. I don't know if I've said that before on the podcast. I think I have. So I guess I am used to talking at length. I'm a little out of practice because it's the middle of August right now and the new semester doesn't start for a couple weeks. So, hey, this is great practice for me, actually. This is great. Now I won't lose my voice the first day of class when I have to teach 2 back-to-back classes. This will be great. Awesome. Heck yeah. I'm excited now. It's like it's wonderful entertainment for all of you, and it's obviously productive for me because I get to do a podcast, which is great. I get to chat with all you motherfuckers, but also it's look at that. I get a little my fluids flowing, my goo going. I don't know if anything's gonna be funny today, but anyway, here we are, everyone. So yeah, reminiscing. I said hello. Now it's now 9 minutes into the episode, so now I must reminisce. 3 years, babies. 3 years. I never imagined I would ever watch any television show, let alone an anime, that had this many episodes before. But now, like, the farther we get, and I'm sure this is like something that everybody says when they watch One Piece, where it's like you never thought you would start it because it's so long. But like now, as I'm getting closer to like catching up, I'm like, I just want 1,000 more episodes. It's crazy. I was literally talking with, in the summertime, I work a lot in the summertime, and I do a lot of mentoring of like teenagers. And one of my teenagers who, he's been with me the last few summers, and he was there when we started the podcast 3 years ago. He was much younger, of course. But he was also like a little Gen Alpha baby, just rolling his eyes and doing the 1,000-yard stare whenever I would talk. And he's like, "You're still doing that? Why are you still doing that podcast?" And then I went off on him about like, One Piece is quite possibly one of the greatest stories ever told. And I never thought I would be feeling that. But we started it, and it really is. It feels like that. And I don't know if it's just because I love it, but also like listening back to the first episode and where we are now, like I wasn't convinced for a while. I was not convinced about how good this show is and this story is for a while. Like probably through, I don't even know. I don't even think I was bought in by the end of Alabasta. I don't remember what it was that like clicked. It was probably Water 7. I mean, honestly, it was probably Water 7 because I just remember being so excited. But like that was a few hundred episodes in. I don't. Oh no, I've talked about this. I think it was when Luffy puts his hat on Nami's head. That's when it is for sure. That's when it kicks in. Anyway, I digress. I was just like not yelling, but I was, because I'm doing less teaching. It's more mentoring, so it's less formal. I was just yelling at this teenager, being like, "It is one of the greatest stories ever told." And I think you all would agree, I'm sure. That's why you're all here, because you're excited to hear us talk about it, as we learn that it's the greatest story ever told. And it's wild to think that, like, we get to be alive in this day and age and get to experience this fucking story unfold. And as I've said previously on the podcast, it's not even a want at this point. I need for Mike and I to catch up before it ends, because I don't want to be spoiled on the ending. I get spoiled on a fair amount of stuff. It's like all of it's always out of context, and it's always just like random bits and bobs that I will probably forget. But like, because by the time we get there, it's like it's gone. But like, if I learn what the One Piece is, or I learn how One Piece ends before I'm there, I'm going to feel so robbed of that. I felt so robbed at the end of, spoilers, if this is your first episode and you haven't watched any other One Piece, I'm going to feel so robbed if just like when like I was very emotional, I was sobbing, I was a big old gloppy, gooey mess at the end of Marineford when everything happened with Ace, but like I feel like I was robbed of the emotional reaction of seeing that without knowing. And like, it sucks. I mean, I got the fucking, I had such a visceral reaction when after that in Marineford, when fucking Shanks shows up, my whole body was like shaking, and I audibly just shouted, "What?" When it was happening, because I was just like, I was sobbing and crying and like not making words, and I was just sitting alone on our couch. And so like, I don't want that to happen. I don't want to be robbed. I want to have that I want to have that raw, visceral emotion happen when that happens. I don't want to be spoiled on it, you know? So anyway, I appreciate you all as the listeners when you like, you're all really good actually about spoilers for the most part in the Discord. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a spoiler in the Discord that I was wasn't already spoiled on, or B, like it was like after we've gone through stuff. Like I don't think I've ever seen a spoiler in the Discord. I know we have spoiler channels, so I'm sure everyone's talking in there, but like I very much appreciate how great you all are in the Discord. Also, if I didn't say it already, you could join our Discord if you haven't already. Link is in the description. Also, if you haven't already, please send us chat with us. I'm all by myself right now, and thankfully I've got a couple transponder snails from you all, but if you want to chat with Mike and myself and Mike, when he comes back from peeing his pants across the country, please send us a transponder snail at funpiecepodcast@gmail.com, and also join the Patreon. I'm also, I think, going to have to do a fun chat by myself, so I'm really excited. I was going to have a special guest for this episode and another, but just timing didn't work out, so there's also that. But anyway, I digress once again. I think I've said digress a few times now, probably more times than I ever say digress. I'm going to take another sip of my drink and then chill for a sec. Let's all take a moment of Zen. Okay. How are we feeling, everybody? This is the call and answer section of the podcast. This wasn't in the agenda. How we feeling, everybody? How we feeling, motherfunners? Word, sick. That's awesome. Hell yeah. What's something fun you did this week? Oh shit, that sounds freaking awesome. I ate a bunch of boutique ice creams this week. One of them was made out of Ritz crackers. It was bomb as hell. It was so good. But your thing sounds awesome too. What's your favorite kind of ice cream? Hell yeah. That's a dank ass flavor. Fuck yeah. I'm probably the most... I worked at an ice cream spot. I worked at a Ben & Jerry's specifically for 5 years as a part-time gig while all my other stuff was going on. And I don't know if I have like a specific flavor that I love because it evolved. Working at an ice cream shop, you end up liking one flavor, and then the next week you're like, I'm actually digging this flavor now, and it kind of like goes through the cycle of all of them. But right now I discovered there is this ice cream place near where one of my works is. And I'd never been there before, but it's been there forever. And I just went there on a whim the other day, and I got this wild blueberry pie ice cream. And it was so good. I got it on a warm, fresh made waffle cone, and then the waffle cone had a little chocolate chips in the bottom of it. So it like melted and made a little gooey end. I raw dogged that goo at the end. It was so good. It was so fucking good. And it was hot, but it was cold. It was so hot, but it was so cold. It was great. Anyway, I really want ice cream now. It's also probably because I'm hot, so hot, sweaty in the room I'm in, but nevertheless, hey everybody, that was the unannounced part of the agenda where we have a call and response. I can't wait. I was just about to say I can't wait to hear your responses, but I'm not gonna, because you're gonna have that beautiful experience by yourself as you're listening to the podcast. I'm getting a little emotional for some reason. I think that's going to be really sweet. If you want to share your responses, definitely share them in the Discord. I think that'd be fucking sick. If you don't want to do that, please don't feel obligated. Anyway, hell yeah. So how about this? At our last check-in for top 15 One Piece characters, 15 is a lot of characters, I have to say. I don't know why we did 15. It's a lot. My top 15 previously, when we announced this, we went round robin because there was a bunch of people on the episode at that point. I think it was Mike and Steph Fachu and Molten Garnett and Scurvy. There's a bunch of people on that episode. on the first Final Funaglyph, and boy, oh boy, there was a lot going on. But yeah, my top 15 One Piece characters as of that episode, which was like probably, I don't even know, a year or something ago, maybe. My top 15 were, of course, number 1 being Buggy, number 2 being Zoro, number 3 being Robin, number 4 being Jinbe, number 5 being Rayleigh. It's a good top 5, I think. I will tell you, my top 5 has changed. After like some things have set in and some movements happening, but yeah, moving on. My next 6 through 10, I had Hawkeye Mihawk, Eva, Frankie, Kokoro, and Laboon. My OG Laboon. I love that fucking whale. Speaking of Laboon, sorry, I'm just going to interrupt the top 15 One Piece characters. It's fine. The fucking live action teaser came out. The teaser trailer for live action season 2. And we got an announcement they're doing season 3. All of our hopes and dreams are happening, everybody. It's so exciting. Yeah, One Piece Day happened the other week, which is fucking sick. That was last week. I watched it, the stream live on the YouTube, which is very exciting. The like Japanese voice actor for Usopp was chilling. He had that giant Lego transponder snail, and then Inaki came out, and Inaki was like, "What's up, everybody? I can speak Japanese. I'm going to teach you all also Spanish." It was a great time. And then they showed the thing. I'm sure you all have seen this, and I'm just reiterating it, but it was very exciting. And yeah, that teaser trailer looks fucking sick as hell. I'm hyped as hell for season 2. I feel like we got a good amount of like excitement. We got some good music happening. We got some like action of shit that's happening, which is awesome. We got Smoker reveal. We got Robin reveal. We got fucking Vivi. Fuck yeah, doing the little with her little spinning chain thing. I don't know what that weapon's called. It was interesting they didn't show Chopper in the trailer at all, which it was interesting to me because I feel like they like specifically announced Chopper like the month prior, or even 2 months prior, and then they didn't have him in the trailer at all, which I thought was interesting. Like there was a lot. I guess maybe for like the full length trailer they'll have more, because like they didn't have Dr. Hero Look, they didn't have Mr. 3, they didn't have Dr. Kareha, Katie Sagal, like they didn't have any fucking Crocodile. What's up with that? They didn't have like really any of the other Baroque Works people. And my boy Igaram, they didn't have Igaram. Like there's a lot going on in this season 2. I'm very excited. We got fucking Brogy though. We got Giant. Giant looks pretty sick. I'm sure Michael will have qualms, but I thought Brogy looked sick as. I think it was Brogy, double horns. He looks sick as hell. Yeah. Very excited. I probably I think I immediately shared it in the Discord, and then like I probably watched it 10 to 12 times in a row right after it happened. It wasn't even like live on the trailer wasn't live on the internet yet. I just kept rewinding the live stream so I could watch it over and over again. It was like I was just so excited. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, speaking of Igaram, so yeah, those are my next 6 through 12 that were 6 through 10 that were before. Laboon, yeah, Laboon. We saw Laboon. I'm excited. He looks huge. Love it. My last 5, 11 through 15 from previous times. Brook, Igaram, Gombe, not Chimney, Gombe, Bon Clay, and Marco. And then I had honorable mentions, Big Lips Phil, Pierre, and T-Bone. That was my list previously. My new list.
Burp sound.
Excuse me. Woo. Burping. I'm so sorry. Oh, God, I did it again. Fuck. Okay, what time was that at? Like 23. Okay, 23. If I forget to do it, Kosi, I'm so sorry. I keep burping. I did it on the other episode too. I'm so sorry. I'm trying really hard. At least I'm aware of it now. I apologize to Kosi specifically. She made her voice known that burping was not a good look or a good sound or heard. And then no one else said anything, but like I just feel like people are just being nice and it's pretty gross. So I'm going to try to get that out of there. I'm also editing, which I haven't done in probably 2 years. Mike kind of took over the editing when he moved away. Mike kind of took over the editing because we record pretty much exclusively over the internet. So Mike took over the editing for that, which is very wonderful. We love editor Mike. But yeah, this is my maybe we'll make it a thing. Yearly I get to edit one episode, and maybe I'll make it a little crazy if I have the time. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to take a sip of this, not burp. Man, this isn't bad. Podcasting by yourself, it's going okay. All right. Top 15 of my current top 15 of the One Piece characters. Are you ready? I'm going to go reverse order. So, big things had happened. Honorable mentions. Big Lips Phil still, Pierre still, Kokoro. Kokoro moved down my top 15. And it's just because of like recency bias. She might move back up. She's still a bad bitch. I love her so much. But like Kokoro, there's just other characters that have been moving around. There's a lot of movement, you know? So anyway, my number 15, I'm going to go reverse 15 down to 1. Number 15 is Ganbei, of course. Love Ganbei. Who doesn't love Ganbei? We love Ganbei, everybody. Who doesn't? Man, we love a Ganbei. All right, number 14, Marco. Is everybody else, I'm sure, like, I feel like I feel the way about, like, people feel strongly about their, like, attraction to Trungle D. Lawson, Trafalgar D. Water Law. Like, people feel, like, I feel like a lot of people have made their voices known that they are attracted to Law. And I feel like I feel that way about Marco. Like, I don't know what it is about Marco that really, really gets my juices flowing, folks. But I like Marco a lot. Just a hot, so hot. I mean, also hot like a phoenix, but also got those like slutty little sandals on. Marco. Good stuff, Marco. Speaking about get my juices flowing. Next, we have Igaram. Oh, no. Stop it. Go back. Shit. No, I went out of order. Fuck. It's okay. We're okay. Marco, then Igaram. Igaram, those tubes. I don't even have to say more. Tubes, you know. After Igaram, we got Brook. Brook is good. Brook, I think, has remained at number 11. Fine. Moving up to... Oh, I'm sorry. I lied, everyone. Oh, I have to restart this. I have to restart this whole top 15. I do. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. We have to backtrack. I was reading the wrong list. I fucked up. I'm so sorry. Backing up. Honorable mentions. All right. The anxiety's gone, and now I'm just rolling with it now. Okay. Honorable mentions. Big Lips Phil, Pierre, and Frankie. Frankie's the one who moved down the list. I'm so sorry. I like Frankie a lot. He's a good boy. He's a straw hat. He's always going to be upper echelon of all of it. But Frankie is like... Frankie... He's just not, there's something about him that I'm like, I can't make him one of my boys. I can't make him one of my folks, my top 15. You know, you can't put him on my crew. There's just something about it. He's just too much for my vibe. It's a good vibe. We'd have a good time, but I just can't have him there. Anyway, 15, Ganbei. 14, Marco. 13, Igaram. 12, Brook. Brook moved down 1. Sorry. 11, Laboon. 10 is Kokoro. I am a liar. Kokoro's still on the list. Kokoro's a bad bitch. Nothing's going to say otherwise. Boom. Anyway, 9, Bon Clay. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I don't know if I need to like go in the detail of why Bon Clay's on the list. Number 8, Hawkeye Mihawk. I do love Hawkeye Mihawk a lot. Yes, it's because he has a big sword. But also, like, since things have happened, since we did the top 15, last time we did the top 15, he's a father now, you know? And I love a good dad. I love a good father figure. Speaking of father figures, next up we have at number 6, Jinbei. Jinbei. He's our Jinbei. That's Bay right there. Jinbei is number 6. I miss him so much. I hope he comes back and joins the crew soon because it's been a little bit and I miss him. Now, new member of the top 15. You all know him. You all love him. It's motherfucking Big Piss Barto. Oh, top 5. Number 5 is Barto. We love Barto. And he's just a good boy. We love him so much. Number 4, Eva. Eva moved up in the rankings. They're just like, I sat on it more and I just love Eva's whole vibe. It's a good time. And just like being a part of the Revolutionary Army and getting shit done, it's good. It's just good all around. I got the numbers all off. Anyway, it's fine. Number 4 is Rayleigh. You get it. It's fine. I don't need to go into it. He was 5 previously, but it's fine. He's up 4. He moved up a little bit. Very exciting. Number 3, top 3 hasn't changed. Number 3 is Robin. Number 2, Zoro. Number 1, Buggy. That's where we're at, baby. That's where we're at. And we love it. It's a good top 3. Honestly, all 3 of them could be interchangeable if you ask me. But like, really, I think that's a good top 3, Buggy, Zoro, Robin. They could interchange. We love them. We love to see them. And I'm excited to see all 3 of them in live action some more. I didn't even mention fucking Zoro's bucket hat. I want that whole fit. It's such a good fit. In that right at the beginning of that teaser trailer. Holy shit. So good. That has concluded my chaotic top 15 segment. Moving down in the agenda, folks. Here we go. This is exciting. The last time we did the villain tier list was at the Funaglyph episode after Fishman Island with King. And it was a blast. Had a great time. I'll tell y'all right now, I disagree. In hindsight, I think I disagree with some of the choices that we made. Mainly because I was just going off vibes. Mike was riding high. King was riding high. I didn't want to kill the vibes. Mainly the Peckham's vibes. Mike last time literally had us put fucking Peckham's in the double S tier of the villain tier list, and I think that's bullshit, and I don't like Peckham's at all. So he's not here to defend himself right now. And so I'm going to move some shit around however I want. So you all are going to listen to me do this. And then if you go to the Discord, I will pin the image. I tried to make it a higher resolution, but it's still kind of shitty, but it's fine. We will have the the villain tier list updated. Will be in the Discord by the time this comes out. So anyway, Peckham's and Sentamaru are both at the fucking top of double S tier, and I fucking hate that they're both up there. So I'm actually gonna move Peckham's down to B tier, because I think he's like at the bottom of B tier, because I think that's where he rightfully lives. Mike's gonna be so mad. I'm also gonna put Sentamaru down there as well, because they're the top double S tier right now. We have Foxy, we have Dunkachino with Alpacachino, there's Barty K. Kuma, then it's Buggy, then Arlong, then Boa Hancock, and Crocodile. Like that's a solid crew up top there. And then it was Sentimaru and fucking Peckham's. Fuck off, Mike. Fuck off. I'm changing this around. That being said, I am going to move Donflamingo. I think I'm going to move Donflamingo up because he is kind of a force to be reckoned with. So I'm going to put him at the top of A tier. He was in smack dab in the middle. He was like the free space and bingo, right in the middle of the previously at the right in the middle of the villain tier list. And then other than that, I think I'm going to let everybody else live where they are for now. I might move people around as I add more people because I think I have to look. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think there's 15 people we need to add to this fucking tier list right now. Because a lot has happened. We've had Punk Hazard. We've had fucking Dressrosa. So we have the whole Don Quixote family, even though I'm not putting Baby 5 on the list because she's got a real tragic backstory and it's kind of like, it's okay, we understand. So Baby 5 is not going to go on the list and Senor Pink is not going to go on the list from the Don Quixote family because obviously Senor Pink is a sexy character. Despite what I might say to Michael on the podcast, I do think we're going to learn more about Senor Pink. And people have hinted we have, so I don't want to put him on the villain tier list because then we'll have to take him off. I'm gonna leave Bellamy on the villain tier list, even though he's kind of become not a villain, but that's fine. All right, here we go. First addition to the villain tier list, we have Zed from One Piece Film Z. We don't have him on the list. He sucks real... Oh, no, fuck. No, I fucked up. He sucks real bad. I don't like him at all. I don't understand why everybody respects him so much because he's literally a fascist and he sucks eggs. So I'm going to put him way down at the bottom of the tier list and I'm going to put him almost... Honestly, I'm going to put him beneath Clawhador. That's how much I don't like Zed. So Clawhador's actually got Caribou like sitting on his chest. So I'm gonna actually move them over, and I'm gonna put Zed right in between him and Egon, that piece of shit pervert who kept Shindri's real person Marguerite like captive since she was a child. Fuck that guy. Zed's on the level. Fuck him. Moving on. Oh, the Cool Bros. The Cool Bros. Who doesn't love the Cool Bros? Mike would be so mad that I'm putting the Cool Bros on the villain tier list. All right, I'm going to put the Cool Bros. I'm going to put them on B tier where Donflamingo was because I think they're that cool. And Mike can't do anything about it. So Cool Bros are going to go right center, smack dab, B tier, right next to Sengoku. Hell yeah. Moving on. Virgo, I will humor Michael. Virgo's going to go way down below. He sucks. He sucks a lot. We don't like him. I'm going to put Virgo similar to how that fuck Rob Lucci and his pigeon are like just peaking above E tier at the very bottom. I'm going to do the same with Virgo, and he's going to peak just above, in between Absalom and Akainu. Perfect. Caesar Clown. Look at you, Caesar. Look at you. Tell us more. Give us a gift. Caesar Clown is not a clown. He's a fucking liar. He sucks. He's not a real clown. And so for that, because he's not a real clown, I'm going to put him on C tier. I'm going to put him in between Bellamy and he's like almost at the top of C tier. I'm putting him in between Bellamy and Elvita. I think that's fair. Other people could disagree, but I think that's fair. Moving on. Monet. Not the exchange type. just the bird type. I'm going to put Monet. I don't know. Monet's kind of a bad bitch. She's cold thing. I'm going to put her to the right on B tier of the cool bros because they're all three of them are cold. I think she does some work. She's good. She's a little flirty with Law, but I do think she's better than Peckham's and Sentimaru. So that's where she's going to live. Buffalo, I don't like Buffalo. I don't know why. I just don't like Buffalo. So he's going to go bottom of E tier, above Rob Lucci, that fuck. Right next to Dr. Hogback. And that's where Buffalo shall live. Giola, with all her... she's an artist. You know? She knows how to art. She knows how to make great art. And I think that's a really valuable skill that not a lot of villains really take advantage of. Oh no, shit. Fucking it up. They don't really take advantage of it, and also just like they don't... I just don't think the villains appreciate good artwork. So I think because of that, I think I'm going to put her actually at the top of B tier, above Cool Bros Monet, Sengoku, not a pacifista, and Gecko Moria. That's where Giola's going to live. Perfect. Treble, he gross. He's so gross, but he is effective. So I can't deny that. So I think he should probably live next to... I'm going to make him really small, and he's going to just sit next to Donflamingo, because I think that's where he deserves to be. All right, moving on. We're almost done. I feel like I'm doing a good job. Hey, everybody, if I'm doing a good job, don't tell me. Tell Mike. Make Mike know that I could do this podcast without him. I don't want to. Please, I love you, Mike. Come back. But I could do it without him. Dellinger, I don't know, man. Dellinger can live. I know where I'm putting Dellinger. Dellinger's gonna stop. Oh my God, Photoshop. Oh God, stop it. Go back. Thank you. All right. Dellinger is gonna live. He's gonna go down to D tier, and he's gonna be right in between Hyozo, and Hannibal. That's where he's going to live, because I feel like Hannibal and Dellinger could have a beautiful budding relationship together. I feel like they could really I feel like they could find something, you know? Like they could love. All right, moving on. We've got Fujitora. Bad bitch Fujitora. Is he as good as all of CP9? Is he better than Baron Tamago? Is he an effective villain? Is he more of an... Oh, here's a question. Should I keep Perona on here? I feel like Perona's like Zoro's sister now, so I feel like she needs to leave. I'm going to make the executive decision, and I'm going to take Perona off of the villain tier list, because she's kind of Zoro's big sis now. And then I'm going to put Fujitora on the A tier. He's higher than Kizaru's legs, but not his torso. But he's lower than Sabo's dad, because Sabo's dad's a piece of shit. And he deserves to be higher on the A tier. Boom. All right, moving on. We're into the Donflamingos for sure now. We got Pika. Pika got a silly voice. So fun. So funny. I'm going to put Pika below Monet, above Sentimaru on B tier. That feels good. Mach Vice. I don't like Mach Vice. I feel like Mach Vice got one speed. You know? Big ton. Big Mach Vice. So I'm going to put Mach Vice. Who's this? This is Shuzo. Shuzo's... All right. I think Mach Vice is more effective than Horny Jones. And Shuzo, the long arm guy. So I'm going to put Mach Vice. Actually, I'm going to put him on the same level. as Shuzo. So I'm going to stack them. I'm going to put Mach-Vice on top, though, so because he's so heavy, and Shuzo's got to hold him up with his big, long, strong arms. I think that's nice. I think you'll all appreciate that when you see it. All right, we got 4 more left. Here we go. Gladius. Gladius, go pop. Gladius, go pop. Gladius, go pop. Gladius, pop? Pop, pop? Gladius? Gladius, go pop? I'm going to put Gladius above Spondom, but below Kizaru's torso, because he go pop. Gladius, go pop. We got Sugar. She's a child. Probably shouldn't be on the list at all. Are there any other children on this list? I don't think so, but she's not a real child, so she can stay. I'm going to put her below Eneru, because Usopp fucking could dodge Eneru. And Sugar got fucked on by Usopp with his fucking silly face. So Sugar's going to hang out with Eneru because they both feel bad about how Usopp just made them embarrassed for themselves. Diamante. I don't like Diamante. That little Steven Tyler little guy. There's a nice spot right here, but I feel like he should be higher than C tier. What do y'all think? All right. Yeah, I agree. Make him small. Make him small. And he can be over here in between Hyozu and Zio from Fishman Island. I like it. Good thoughts. Good thoughts. Thank you for that. D tier for you, Diamante. D for Diamante. And of course, we have that we loved him, but now we don't like him anymore. It's Lao G. I think Lao G also needs to go down on E tier. But really, like, he's just like, he needs to go real small next to Buffalo. And if there was a G tier, of course he would be on the G tier, but we can't because S, 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 A, B, C, D, E. No F, of course. This feels good. This feels good, I think, everyone. Do you all feel good about this? I can recap. So from the bottom, the bottommost, we have Vanderdecken, because, of course, Predator. Then we have Egon, who also sucks, also a Predator. Moving on, we have Zed from One Piece Film Z, fascist. Then we have, we don't talk about Clawhador and Caribou together. We have Akainu, because he punched a hole in a young person's chest. We have Virgo, just popping his head up. Absalom really is sandwiched between two popping their heads up. So Absalom's in the middle of E tier, and then poking their heads up on either side are that fuck Rob Lucci and Virgo, which I think is correct. Above Rob Lucci, we have Lao G, then Buffalo, then Hogback. Pretty good stuff. Moving on from there, we got a bunch of, I don't know, I don't need to recap this, but that's the bottom tier. The top tier, I feel much better about. Top tier, double S, we have Foxy, Dunkachino, Alpacachino, Barty K. Kuma, Buggy, Arlong, Boa Hancock, and Crocodile. That is a solid double S tier top. I agree. If I could put Barto up there, I would, but he's not a villain. You know? Anyway, that's where we're at. Stay tuned. Definitely check out the Discord. I will be posting that in the Discord. Don't crash, computer. Hell yeah, we didn't crash. Let's go. Hello, everyone. That has concluded the villain tier list part of this episode of the podcast. You know what it's time for now. Everyone's favorite click. We got just a couple of transponder snails from listeners like you, motherfuckers. Thank you. First one we actually have two from Sternwerfer. This first one's from a little while ago. It says, Buggy, Buggy, Buggy. Sorry, Sternwerfer, that doesn't work on me. I don't have Buggy inside of me. I get inside Buggy. And he likes it, right, Buggy? Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm Buggy the Clown. Yeah. Anyway, honk, honk, honk. Hey there, Buggy and Mike. It's actually Matt. And it's just Matt. Nobody else. Happy to transponder snail para kacha in. Just kidding. Get Mac back in here. I'm right here, Sternwerfer. I'm right here. I haven't gone anywhere. Sternwerfer continues. Dressrosa seems to be hitting a fever pitch, and it feels like we're entering a much more intense welcome to the real world approach to Pirates with Donflamingo. The fun is still there with memorable characters, but unlike Fishman Island and Punk Hazard, he seems a pretty unstoppable force, and the threat he poses is tangible. But there's been mention of pirates he doesn't want smoke from. What are your thoughts on where the Straw Hats are now, strength and character-wise? I'm not too much for power scaling, but I'd really say this is the first situation post-time skip that truly showcases the dangers of the new world. Also, if you had to pick a dinosaur to become a zoan fruit to eat, which would you pick? Motherfunner and hopeful deckhand on the 1,000 funny, Sternwerfer. Thank you, Sternwerfer. Thoughts on the Straw Hats now, strength and character-wise? I think the obvious crew members are super overpowered still. That being like Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Frankie, Robin. I think those 5 are like fucking so overpowered. I think Usopp, Nami, Chopper, and Brooke have all done a lot of really good work on themselves in the past 2 years, and they all have new skills and opportunities to display those skills. But I feel like that other 5 are just kind of like steamrolling a lot of the antagonists. So I'm excited for like a situation right now where we have Donflamingo, who's so fucking powerful, so it like kind of keeps the suspension of disbelief that they might lose in check, which is fun. Because honestly, it's hard to watch the show at episode fucking 700 whatever, knowing there's still another like 450 episodes that are ahead of me, and be like, any of these characters are going to be in danger. I think that's why it's more exciting when like something like a Water 7 happens, where like the stakes aren't, are they going to lose? The stakes are they going to stay together? Where like Usopp leaves because of like, it, sure, they're going to get back together eventually, but like, how long is that going to be? And then Robin leaves. How long till Robin comes back? Like, stuff like that, I think is more exciting, and I'm more inclined to like get on board with and feel the stakes of it, because it's not world ending, who's going to die. It's, oh no, the character's not going away, but it changes the dynamic. So that's exciting. Same with, I think that's why Mike and I like Long Ring Long Land so much, because the stakes weren't world ending stakes, but they were at that level for the Straw Hats, because they were like, we have to give up a crew member if we lose. Like, that's a big fucking deal. And it doesn't kick the character out of the story. It just, keeps going. Anyway, that kind of answers your question, I think. I picked dinosaur to become a zoan fruit. What is it called? An Ankylosaurus? They're really spiky. Ankylosaurus? Is that what it's called? Ankylosaurus? It's an herbivore. It's really spiky. And he's got a big fucking tail that he can whack people with. It's like a hammer. I love that. Ankylosaurus is a genus of armored dinosaur. Its fossils have been found in geological formations dating to the very end of the Cretaceous period. Yeah, Ankylosaurus. Ankylosaurus, yes. I've loved that dinosaur, since I was a boy. So many spikes, big hammer tail, good shit. I would totally eat a zoan fruit to turn into that. Moving on. All right, we've got a click. This is a transponder snail from our Shui. enemy of the show, our Shui. It says 3rd anniversary. Hey, Fun Piece Podcast. Congratulations on turning 3 years old. In 2 years, you'll be able to record at kindergarten. This is true. Seriously, though, you guys are awesome. You make every week better. Thanks, dude. Thank you. I can't wait to find out what instrument you used to do the dun-dun-does at the end of this episode. A clown horn, perhaps? I haven't done a new musical instrument to end to do the dun-dun-does at the end of episodes since like episode 5. That's so funny. There is also a video that has been linked to how to mine Bitcoin. And I have an ad, so I don't... Oh, wait. Here we go. How to mine Bitcoin. It's 1 minute and 33. I can't believe this is a video. You'll need a computer, internet connection, basic computing skills, a hand clicking, Google Chrome, typing in / mine. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's the Matrix. Oh God. Oh God. What's happening? This is a good video. 3 hands, Bitcoin. 3 hands. They're touching each other. Ooh. Oh my God. 2 feet and 3 hands. Whoa. Bitcoin. We yearn for the mines. We yearn for the mines, folks. What a chaotic video. Oh my gosh. Screaming. I love how to basic. Good shit. Thank you, Archway. And then it just says, video idea for the Flanniversary. You two actually raw dogging that flan. It says, yeah, I went back to find it. It is December 26th, 2023. So it was our Christmas episode. Episode 64, Thriller Bark Part 1, was the first raw dogging that flan. It's at 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 56 seconds. That is the anniversary of raw dogging that flan. Keep raw dogging that flan to infinity and beyond. Archway. Postscript. Donflamingo. Man, if Mike could hear that, he would probably stop pissing himself right now. But he's still currently pissing himself because he is across the country from me. Because Donflamingo took him there. But thank you, Archway, for that beautiful How to Basic video. And also, I think we have to do a video of us raw dogging the flan. I think that's funny as heck. Yeah, we're fucking doing that. Yeah, I gotta fucking star this fucking, yes, star that email. That good shit, Archway. Click. We have another transponder snail from, oh my goodness, it's Galaxy. It says desperate transponder snail, all capitals. Hi, Matt and Mike. I'm sorry I'm not caught up. I just want to say I love you. I can only hope that you're becoming Tringle Dong stans. Smiley face. Happy 3 anniversary. Heart. Hugs. Heart. Galaxy, we are starting to become Tringle Dong stans. I think I'm starting to become a little bit more of a Tringle Dong stan than Michael is. He's still a nasty little freak, but I am starting to like him a lot. Love you. Sending the hugs right back at you. Thank you, Galaxy. And finally, back to Sturmwerfer, an anniversary transponding. Click from Sturmwerfer. It says, happy 3 years, dudes. You guys have hit your time skip, and despite all odds, the 1000 Funny is in the new world. Probably searching for Peckhams and Buggy, Matt and Mike manning the snails and the helm. Looking forward to many more goofs and gags and hoping for a bracket in the future. Oh God, a bracket is crazy. Bracket in the future. I still don't get them, but you guys are truly in peak form when you're just talking, whether it's Yakuza, Transformers, dinosaurs, or some deep cut reference to something totally not relevant to a One Piece podcast. It's the best. Raw Dog the Flan and Buggy, your boy, bad at the cyber, Sturmwerfer. Thank you, Sturmwerfer, for those very, very kind words. As I said before, I don't turn into Buggy. I get inside Buggy. But thank you for trying. Anyway, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, listeners. Thank you to Sturmwerfer, Galaxy, and Archway for those transponder snails. Thank you all for continuing to support the podcast. Truly. I know the past month and a half has been chaotic as fuck. And you all have continued without fail to listen and track us down wherever we are and message us and try to just give us positive feedback and reinforcement, just letting us know that you love the podcast and you love listening to us. And it's been really wonderful the past 3 years, but also like specifically the past month and a half. It's been like really like reaffirming that we love doing this because it's part of our One Piece journey now. And like, it's really great to see all of you just joining us as we go. But yeah, so thank you for listening. I hit an hour. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Look at me go, Mike. Hell yeah. Anyway, hope you all had a wonderful week. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of the podcast. If this is your first episode, yeah, we did it. An hour, baby. Anyway, fucking follow the podcast wherever it is, please. It's on Patreon for free. It's on YouTube. You can listen to it on YouTube Music, and we're going to get the RSS feeds going back up soon enough. So don't you worry a thing about that. And also, send us transponder snails if you got things to say. You want to tell us how to mine Bitcoin, or recipes. Recipes are good. We're for year 4. Maybe there'll be a cooking episode for real this time, folks. That's all I'm gonna say. Mike's probably gonna be mad I said that out loud, but we got things literally cooking up for that, so I'm excited. And it sounds like we're gonna have to do a raw dog the Slammiversary, so I'm excited about that as well. Videos, whoa. Anyway, yeah. So definitely keep an eye out, join the Discord, and if you want to keep supporting us more than you already do, if you're free on the Patreon, check out. We do the fun chats every week. I know last week we had some stuff going on, so we released 2 of our favorite fun chats so far as like a regular episode, with Barto giving the intro. So that was great. But yeah, definitely, if you can and you have the means, you can upgrade on the Patreon. At any of the tiers, and we've got some cool stuff going on. We're going to be watching next month. We're going to be watching Nebulandia or Journey, whatever the full title is. But the Foxy movie, Mike is so excited. He's just so over the moon about it. I can't wait to share with you all Mike's just reintroduction to Foxy. It's been so long, and he loves that fucker so much. So I'm excited for you all to hear that, and I'm excited to be there too. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to play the Bubba Buzz on the aluminum can. Boom. Is it working? Bubba. It kind of worked. Anyway, there's going to be the other song. Love y'all. Bye.